When I think of legacy, I instantly conjure the picture of leaving something behind. And our legacy takes on a lot of different forms. It can be, of course, financial, but it's much more than money. I think your legacy is emotional, relational, and especially spiritual. The concept of having legacy conversations is very appealing to me because I do a lot of thinking about the future. And I want my children to understand that as a family, we have been blessed. I crafted this book because I want my children to know their history. I believe that history is His story. It's God at work in our lives. And so I have told my story, my family history and heritage. But I came to the end and prayerfully thought about the last page, and I simply entitled it A Sacred Stewardship. If you read with seriousness the words of Jesus in Matthew chapter 25, we are stewards. We have been given an assignment, we have been given certain talents, we've been given some time, and if we do it right, then we translate what God has given to us into making an earthly and eternal difference. This is not only a privilege, it's really a holy and sacred responsibility. Jesus said one day, someday, we'll pass through the portal of death. One day, someday, we will stand in His presence. And I have no higher aspiration for me or my children than for us to hear Jesus say, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You got it right. You used your earthly resources to make an eternal difference." Let me convey to my fellow pastors the deep yearning of my heart. In the state of Alabama, it should become normative for people to tithe their estates. And yet, sadly, only about 40% of the people make a will, and only 2% of those people will make any kind of kingdom provision within their will. Now, frankly, that's a travesty. I think that dishonors the Lord. But here's the other great truth. Speed of the lead, speed of the team. In other words, people follow leaders. So as pastors, God has given us this holy responsibility to be a kingdom leader. I can't ask people to witness if I don't witness. I can't ask people to tithe if I don't tithe. I can't ask people to be a kingdom steward if I haven't done that. And frankly, I have. I sat down, my 4 children, and I read them the will. I want them to know that I'm going to be a kingdom giver. As a matter of fact, I'm treating the church as a child. And so instead of them getting 25%, 4 divided by 100, they're getting 20% because I want the Lord's church to get 20% of the estate that God helped me create. That is so simple. Anybody could do that. But we've got to lead the way. So I would suggest, number 1, that you contact Barry and his buddies at the foundation because they're the best, and get them to help you take these simple steps so that you can have a will and an estate created. After you do that, pull in your church leaders and suggest that they do the same because you've done it. You've had a positive experience. And then once this gains some momentum in your church, it can become normative. So to me, it honors the Lord to be a legacy giver, and it builds His kingdom. But we have too few people who understand this simple principle. So go make a kingdom difference by getting this information, translating it into a plan, and then bring your friends with you because it will provide for them a massive kingdom blessing.